in the evening. Wave heights will be from 2 to 3 meters, southeasterly swells. The sun will rise at 7:27 in the morning and will set at 19:12 in the evening. That's all we have for you. Thank you for joining us, and we wish you all many more happy independent anniversaries in Japan.
From the weather report there, a quick reminder of the day's top stories. The mayor of Banjul City Council and that of the Kanifing municipality have led proceedings marking the Gambia's 49th independence anniversary celebrations. Police in Guinea-Conakry have engaged angry protesters in running street battles over frequent power cuts in the West African state. The Burundi Interior Minister has warned opposition supporters of the mainly Tutsi-dominated Oprona party against holding what the government calls illegal demonstrations. And Syrian government troops and rebel fighters have taken a breather in the 2-year-long vicious fight for control of the country to aid desperate civilians in and around the capital access vital humanitarian aid. Well, that was all in this edition of the news. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back at 10 for another bulletin.
It's a wonderful experience to be back again in another edition. Now, this is a special edition. The National Bantaba Forum, no rumor, no speculation, open and frank discussion. In this particular edition, it is dedicated absolutely for all Gambians. So we call it Bantaba Independence Special. Wherever you may be, it's a warm welcome, and I am Tijon Jani. And as usual, we have our panelists with us in the studio, and I start with Per Minte. Per is here. Can you please put our hands together for Mr. Per Minte? Honorable Alhaji Asidinjai and Honorable Babugay Sonko. And as usual, our topic or our focus on this special edition will still be on the books, that is the books that have been published by His Excellency the Presidential Professor Dr. Alhaji Yahya Jammeh. And the first book reads how the tragic consequences of British looting and misrule in the Gambia inspired the foundation of the United Nations and its drive for decolonization, January 1943 and beyond. And the other book is Million Reasons to Leave the Commonwealth. But before going further, we'd like to acknowledge certain personalities in our studios here with us who have really taken time to come and grace this occasion. That is why it is a special edition. That is why Bantaba today is celebrating independence together with all Gambians. And on that note, I would like to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Abdullahi Selun Toure, if I have the writing correctly. Mr. Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Toure. Bolen buge programme in a special independence level. Gainak fangen tachu. We have a reason to celebrate. If we really have a reason to celebrate, I think we have to clap. Honestly. That is if you agree with me. And we have in our Miss ASP Dudu Jammeh. Thank you, ASP. Mr. Pasalifu Jammeh. commonly known as Jola Moro. Honorable Buba Bojang is also in our midst from Fonyi Kansala, the National Women Mobilizer, the APRC National Women Mobilizer. Never absent, never late, Aja Ndejata. Thank you very much for coming. Pa Alhaji Ensa Kamara is also with us. Master Usman E. Jobate. Alhaji Pa Samba Lum is also with us. Alhaji Yoronjai. Alhaji Babukar Jaju. Alhaji Muniru Jame. And we equally have Honorable Pa Malik Sise with us here. Lamin Kamara is the KMC Divisional Youth Mobilizer. And we have Jali Ansu Jobate, as usual. He's the force behind, you know, the National Bantaba Forum. Thank you very much, Jali Ansu Jobate. And now to kickstart the program, Honorable Alhaji Sidi.
Good evening, our lovely and beautiful audience, and also good evening, our viewers. From the beginning, may I, on behalf of the National Bantaba, with His Excellency, the President of the Republic, Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya E.J.J. Jame, the first family, members of the Cabinet, members of the National Assembly, members of the Judiciary, local authorities, mayors, governors, councillors, and all and sundry, every citizens of this country, young and old, men and women, a joyous 49th independent anniversary. We want to welcome you for this special edition of the National Bantaba. As indicated by Tijan, we also want to pray for His Excellency's continuous good health, long life, peace, and prosperity, so that Allah will give him the wisdom and fortitude to continue to develop this country for his desired objective and dreams. I want to equally thank for all of you for coming, and to thank you at the notice. Tijan, we have the entire country in this hall here, because we have youths from various sectors, various walks of society, different youth groups, and elders. Tijan, the message is simple. 49 years of nationhood. What is there for Gambia to celebrate? What is there for Gambia to reflect on under the British colonies? For 400 years of their occupations of the smallest West African country, the Gambia. Up to 1965, when we gained our independence, and by extension, when His Excellency the President was born. A son who represents a beacon of hope for not only the Gambia, and not only for young people, for the entire African continent and the globe in general. This is in 1965, when the British ruled, as indicated by President Franklin D. Roosevelt in 1943 when he visited Banjul, at the time Batos. He said the British colonies of Banjul was a cause for concern, in the sense that, in his own words, Winston Churchill, the then Prime Minister of the British Empire, his held hold of colonies, as indicated by President Franklin D. Roosevelt, does tell us how agitated and how angry President Roosevelt was when he saw battles in 1943, that is 71 years ago, when most of us are well and alive. 1943 to 1994, the Gambia at that time, that was yesterday. Gambia's today, we want to borrow from His Excellency. He said the world is 3 days, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Yesterday, under the British colonial power, under their misrules and colonial hegemony of the country, up to 1965. From 1965 to 1994, that's yesterday. 1994 to date, that is battles today, Banjul today, and tomorrow, how Banjul will look alike. His Excellency the President, 1994, is as a result of what President Roosevelt saw in battles. And His Excellency saw the need for Gambia to be rescued, the need for Gambia to be part of the global village, where development is a right for all and sundry to have clean, potable and drinkable water, to have electricity, to have energy, to have roads infrastructure, to have health facilities.